Hi, welcome to AntLab Games. I'm your host, Anthony.
Hi, I'm Francis.
Today we're playing
The Bestiary of Siglium.
Indeed.
Yes.
So the Bestiary of Siglium is a battle arena where we will be controlling 3 monstrous heroes in a battle to defeat each other's castles. This is a video game port for those of you who play PC games. You can find this exact game on Steam. This is the tabletop port that pretty much holds true to exactly the same experience you would get on the computer.
Yep.
So take a look at the table. We're going to go over really quickly how it plays, and then we're going to get to it. Essentially, each of us has a team of 3, they call them heroes, but they're monsters. They're giant monsters. And we're going to be coming out onto this map and defending our castles, but trying to take control of these cannon towers. And these if you have control of the cannon tower, they're going to be firing on our castles and knocking our health down. All the while, we'll be using a set of different skills that each of our heroes has that are very different.
Yep.
And we'll be using them to sort of manipulate the other team, do damage to the team, or basically to take control of said cannon towers in order to knock each other down again. Our skills have some timers, and that's what this handy dandy, what is it called?
Sigil of Time.
The Sigil of Time. Which will basically manage our resets on our cooldowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna like manage our cooldowns on our not resources.
Our skills?
Our skills. That's what they are.
That's the word. That elusive word. So yeah. So what we basically do is we play round after round until we can knock one of our castles down to 0 health. If you look at the chart here, you'll notice that I am at peak health, and Francis is at 2 health shy. It's because she is player 1. That is the penalty
thing, yeah.
Because you get to get onto the board first. So let's go over real quickly before we go.
Sure.
Who your guys are.
All right.
You don't have to go into.
I won't go into too much detail because you're going to see all these guys really fight it out in the next, 30 to 45 minutes here. So, so I have Saxum. He's my big guy. Now, all of our characters have a size, so we have small, medium, and large characters. I happen to have a large character, Saxum. He has 5 health. He's just going to kind of come around and stomp everybody out, I guess. He's just going to be really hard to kill. He's my main guy. Now, normally these would be laid out left to right if you were sitting across from each other, which is probably how you'd be playing. Because we're filming, we have them a little bit different, but he's going to be first out. Illusebra is a small character, and she's kind of ranged, so she's going to probably hang back a little bit. A lot of her stuff allows her to stun the enemies and then attack from afar. And then finally I have Armis. He's kind of like a tanky dude and allows for a lot of defense increase. And he's a medium, so I have kind of one of each type of character. Yep,
and you'll notice that each of the heroes has a symbol above their next to their name, which kind of tells you what sort of class you could put them in. And you've got 2 defenders and a temptress, but she's more of a, I would say she's a controller for those of you who know online games where you have those classes that more or less sort of manipulate the battlefield or kind of control the pace of things with a lot of like roots and stuns and sleeps and all that type of stuff. So that's what Illusebra is. I've got a team that's straight up 3 attackers.
Yeah, great.
I would say it's like 3 assassins, but they're all smaller. So I have Cornubus, I've got Mortem, and Cerberus. And they all have, so he's small because he's 2, and the 2 3s are medium. So they're small, medium, and large. That matters in some instances because some heroes can only attack certain size monsters. And all of their abilities are very specific in how they're used. And they explain who you can target and how they can be triggered.
And we'll explain that
We'll explain that as we go. So we're all going to come out real quick on how the actual mechanics work on activating your hero. Is you've got 3 skills. The top skill has a 1-turn cooldown, so as soon as you use it, it'll be available the next turn, no problem. It could either be an attack or it could be a move, and that's something you'll do every turn most likely. You'll either push this to the right to say you moved, or push to the left to say you attack. You do one or the other. The following 2 actions are more like support skills, and they have a cooldown. Like this one has 5 -1 per injury on him, and this one has 4. So if I use these, while powerful, I'm not going to be able to use them again for about 4 more rounds, which is a long time. So you want to really strategize when to use those. But on your turn, we can use any of these actions for any of these characters or monsters at any point, and it doesn't matter what order you do it in.
Right, and that's kind of the fun of it, which you'll see, is that we're able to kind of use whatever we want and to whatever extent we want, but, you know, obviously trying to manage the pace of things.
Exactly. So if we take a look on the board, we're going to be coming out on these castles.
Yep.
Francis is going to deploy first. She's going to have the first turn. So why don't you kick us off?
All right, sounds good. All right, so the way that this works is, again, we're bringing out our top hero first, or our leftmost hero. So I'm going to bring out Saxum here, and he just deploys right to the castle because the castle is vacant. For his first action, he's going to maneuver. So I'm just going to move that over to denote that I am maneuvering. And I will come over, I guess. I'm going to come out straight with him. And then the next character immediately deploys to the castle. She is also going to maneuver out, and she will come out like here, I guess. And then Armis is going to come out, and he's going to maneuver, come out here. Now, I can decide whether I want to do any of these additional things, which I think I don't. I could do like my ancestral protection with Armis and just arm everybody, but at this point, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so that's an armor buff. That will negate 1 damage, and I'm not even on the board yet, so it only lasts a round.
Yeah, and actually, you know what I might do? No, I won't do that. Doesn't matter. I'm thinking about your guys, and I'm like, how do I protect my people? But whatever, it's hopeless.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is they're going to do what they do, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of your turn, so the turn. So let's give you an idea of how the turns go. The first, every turn consists of 3 sort of phases, right? Phase 1 is time.
Yep.
You would, all the debuffs and buffs come on and come off. The time wheel turns, and cooldowns progress 1. And then it's the action phase, which you just did, and then it's the control phase, where we actually look at the map, and you check these 4 spaces around each tower.
As well as the tower itself.
As well as the tower itself, and whoever has the most control points, and each unit is worth 1 control point on their own. Whoever has the most control points controls the tower, and at the end of your turn, any tower you control will deal 1 damage to the enemy castle.
Exactly.
So that's how that works.
Yep.
Just so everybody can follow along.
Okay.
So your turn's over.
Yep.
We check for control. You have no control of either tower, so nothing fires.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn.
Oh, you know what I
okay, so you want to finish your...
What?
You want to finish something before I go?
I do kind of.
We'll do it.
Okay, I'm going to do it. So instead of moving her, I'm actually going to, since I'm sitting here on the castle space, like I just deployed out there, I'm going to do Portal of the Underworld and swap positions with her and a target. And in this case, the target is any one of my allies. This has a cooldown of 5. So I'm going to place that out there. And she's going to swap with, like, Armis.
Oh, and then
Defender.
Move her. Okay.
Then she's going to move
that
here.
was probably smart, yeah.
So that means I do have control of this tower, and I'm going to hit you for 1.
Yep, that was a
That's all I
wiser
need to do.
choice.
Yes.
Yeah. So now it's all about
use every chance you can
to get these points.
to get these points in. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's good. I appreciate that. So my turn. I'm going to bring out Cornubus, and I'm going to start with a move. So let's get him. So he's got some pretty cool abilities, by the way. So I'm going to do what I call flight.
Okay.
And actually, I don't want to do that yet. Because, well, flight is he can move to any occupied hex in a catapult tower's control area not controlled by enemies that is in a straight line from Cornubus.
Yeah.
So right now, he could fly right here.
Yep.
Immediately. And that's his flight. But I think it's...
Or you could fly there.
No, it has to be an uncontrolled tower.
Oh, uncontrolled, yeah.
So he can't go here. Not controlled by enemies, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just read it, quite literally. So, yes, it is true. Flight. So I'll do his flight. It's only a 4 cooldown. So I will put that here. So actually on the big... Yeah, so I go here. So he's going to fly over to here. And then I'll wait a second. I'm not going to do anything else with him yet. So now Mortem comes out. Mortem also flies. He can move to any adjacent unoccupied hex, which is pretty cool. Not controlled. See. So I don't want to move him yet. Let's see. I'm just going to move him out for right now. We'll leave him there for the time being. Just a move. And then Cerberus, I will move him. He comes out here. He's going to move as well. He'll come out here. And he has another, let's see, any adjacent unoccupied hex he can maneuver. They all have movements. Like, this is the most movable team,
I know.
like, in the game.
Right.
Right? So I'm going to move, I'm going to use his Vehemence, which is a cooldown of 3. 4 if he's in a forest or a mountain. 5 if he's in water. But since he's on the plains, it's only at 3 cooldowns. That's a really short cooldown.
Great.
So he's going to move 1 adjacent hex. So he'll go here. Bat Swarm, he's going to fly to an adjacent unoccupied hex. That's a cooldown of 4. So he'll fly here. And then, and that's it. I'm going to end my turn. So now, I control both towers. On my turn, it's going to hit you for 2. Boom,
Got
boom.
you. Yeah.
And now it is your turn.
That's so weak.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
How
it's
much
too OP.
maneuverability they have? It's kind of silly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Be a quick game.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, so
first is time.
First is time. So I'm going to switch that. Now that only is ever going to happen on the first player's turn is moving the wheel. And then I'm going to reset all of these. The Wheel of Time. That's what I always want to call it, but it's like not the Wheel of Time.
It's the Sigil.
Sigil of Time. All right. So let's see. What I would like to do is bring him out. Who is this? Is this your Cerberus? Cerberus.
Yeah, the 3-headed dog, the guardian of hell.
Yes. I'm familiar. And who's this? This is Cornubus, right?
That is Cornubus.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I am going to move, I want to move Saxum here. I'd like to move him next to both of you guys, but I can't do that right now.
So he can stomp?
Yeah, I want him to shake the earth. That's okay though. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Shaking Earth anyway. It's a cooldown of 3, so it's not too bad. Which is going to stun all enemies in adjacent hexes, so it's gonna stun you.
Cerberus is stunned.
Cerberus is stunned. And then Elisebra is going to do her Temptation. So any enemy in a hex in a straight line from Elisebra, so she's gonna hit Cornubus.
Any enemy. Okay, yeah, so she's going to hit him.
1, 2, 3. And the reason I'm counting is because her cooldown's going to be 5 minus 1 per hex between the two of them. 1, 2, 3. So it's only going to be a cooldown of 2. So that's going to stun him. And then her, let's see, I don't think I can do anything with what's his face right now. Yeah, I'm going to hold his. He doesn't have any enemies near him, which is why he can't really do his charge and he can't really attack. And I don't necessarily want to do anything else with him. I may move him in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and attack with Elisebra. So she attacks all stunned enemies on the board. So she's going to attack both of these guys.
So she'll do 1 damage to Cornubus and 1 damage to Cerberus.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And then I will... I'll go ahead and move Armis out. So I'll just do a movement.
Okay.
Yep. And that's it.
Okay.
So...
Assess control.
Assess control.
Tied.
Tied here, and you still have control.
But it's
here.
not my turn, so I don't do damage.
Exactly.
Your cannons only fire on your turn.
Yeah.
So it's my turn now. I'm stunned, so neither of these two can act. Only Mortem can go. So he only has an attack and a move. So I will move him here, and then I will attack. It's called Vampiric Drain. And it is Mortem. Oh, he does a vampiric attack. So he can target himself or an ally in an adjacent hex. And he doesn't have... Oh, wait. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. It says Mortem. It targets Mortem or an ally in an adjacent hex. And he gives... Oh, he gives them vampiric attack. So that is just...
That's going to be a really long cooldown.
I think that's a buff. It gives him the ability to... It gives him a vampiric attack buff so that when he hits, you drain life. So I don't want to use that yet. Because that's a buff.
Yeah.
It's not an actual attack. It is a long cooldown. And it's better when he's hurt.
Yeah. A lot of the characters in this game, well, some of them, active, like their activations are better when they're hurt.
When they're hurt.
Basically.
So that ends my turn. It's all I could do, quite literally. So it's your turn. Time phase.
All right. So time passes.
Right. Time passes again.
Time passes.
And my stuns
all the stuns are going to come off.
So my guys are back in business.
Back in business, yes, for now. These come back. Great. And then I'm going to...
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm sorry?
What I didn't do was you get a hit because I do control that tower,
yes,
so you do take a damage.
Right. Okay. So I think I'm going to do my charge. So he moves the target in a straight line away from him into an adjacent unoccupied hex, then moves into the target's previous hex. If the target has nowhere to move, it gets stunned. So I don't really want to hit him, you know?
You can't.
What's that?
You can't hit him.
Why?
Because you're not next to him.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's not next anyway. So he can move first.
Yeah, so you technically can only bump him.
But he's gonna bump him
straight here
in that direction.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really do much for me actually.
It puts you in the zone.
Because it moves into his.
It moves you with him.
Move with him.
Yeah, you charge him.
Yeah, that's true.
And that would give you control.
Yeah, so what I'll do first is I'm going to increase my defense. So I'll use his ancestral protection. So that's going to be a cooldown of 4. And that's going to give all allies and Armis 1 defense.
All right, so everybody gets a shield.
Yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my stone skin. So this is a 3. It would be a 2 if I was on a mountain, but I'm not. So it's going to be here. And that's going to increase just Saxum's defense
to 2.
And then he'll go ahead and do his rock blast. So he's going to do 2 hits because he's going to do 0 plus 1 per defense point on him. So he's going to do 2 hits to both of these guys. So Mortem's going to hit 2.
Hit 2 for Mortem. He's going to kill Cerberus.
Cerberus is dead.
Yep.
Well, he's not really dead. They don't die in this game, right?
So
they get exiled.
Goes back to the castle as exiled. And that's it. And you do 1 damage to me for that.
Yeah.
That's another way to hurt your enemy's castles.
Right. Yeah. Very good way, I guess. Yeah, my dude down here isn't helping much. But what he could do is he's just going to move, and he's going to move up here, so that now you don't necessarily have control of that tower at the moment.
Correct.
So I have control here, so I'll hit you again for 1.
Yep.
She could, I know I'm going out of order, I didn't look. She could theoretically move, but she can't really move anywhere where
move out.
I would end up.
But you can, and you can attack.
I can't attack because I only attack stunned enemies, so. Okay, I'll leave it at that. So.
Okay, it's my turn.
That's it, it's your turn.
The buffs stay on, they come off on the beginning of her turn. So I have Cerberus, I'm obviously going to want to move him back up in this direction. And Mortem is going to attack. Are any of you guys injured? No, right?
No.
Yeah, then he's not going to attack. His attack is +1 per injured enemy within 2 hexes of him. So the more hurt people around here, the stronger his attack gets.
Right.
So there's no point in him doing that. So he's not going to do any attacks right now. So he'll probably just move here. Just to give himself a little breathing room. And then with Cornubus, he's going to stay put, but he's going to use Gargoyle. And Gargoyle has a 4 count, so it's going to go 4 cooldown. But what that does is it gives him for the round this control increase bonus, and now he's worth 2 points for control.
Yeah.
So he does take control of this region for the round. So that's going to do 1 more damage to you, and then ends the round. So we go to the timer for you.
Okay. So we do this.
Now,
I get this back.
His legs come back.
You get that back on your turn.
Oh, yeah.
But
well, either way, it doesn't
really
matter.
matter, I guess. I get that back. These all come off.
Yep.
And these get reset. Let's see what I can do. So, who's down here? Who's that guy? Oh, that's Cornubus? Okay, so I could move him here, right? And then I could do my charge, so that's a 3. And I could target you here and move you, but you can't go anywhere, so that's going to stun you.
Stun me. Okay.
And then she is going to do her temptation again and target Mortem in a straight line.
What does that do?
So that's going to be a cooldown. I only have 1 between us.
That stuns him?
That stuns him.
Okay.
So that's going to be a cooldown of 4 this time for me. And then her attack is going to attack both of those stunned characters.
So you kill Cerberus.
So I kill Cerberus and I kill Mortem.
And you kill Mortem. So that's 2.
Yeah. So Cerberus died first. He's going to go on the tower, onto the tower.
Stays. Wait a minute. He
gets exiled back to your...
Cornubus you hit.
What?
You hit Cornubus.
Yes.
Okay. And you also hit who?
Mortem.
Mortem. Him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any damage. He's just going to take 1 damage. How'd you kill him?
No, you took 2 damage off of him. Yes.
Oh, he was hurt?
Yeah, he was hurt.
So then he comes off.
Yeah.
Cornubus is coming out.
Yeah.
First.
And he's just resting.
And you gave me 2 damage.
Yeah, it was 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then Saxum is gonna do nothing. He's probably just gonna move. So he's just gonna move up here to this tower. That's it. So, tower, I control this tower, I control this tower, so it's gonna be 2 more for you.
It's gonna be 2 more.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's it. So it's your turn.
So I'm going to take, let's see, we have his, where's Cornubus? Here? Trying to think of where I want to go. Okay. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to use Cerberus, his attack. So all enemies in adjacent hexes he hits.
Okay.
For 1. Attack 1. So he's going to do 1 damage to Armus.
Armus. Sorry, Army.
Sorry, Armus. So that's it. He's done there. And, what I'll do next is I will howl.
Howl. You need to actually do it, though.
Yep. No, you need to howl. So howl is a 4 cooldown, but all enemies in adjacent hexes lose 1 attack damage.
Okay.
So he weakens him. So your damage attack is now 0.
All right. Weak sauce anyway.
It's weak sauce anyway. So now I've got Cornubus. I want to move. I'm just going to move him a space just to get him. I think I'm going to move him over here. And then I'm going to bring out Mortem.
Okay.
And Mortem is any adjacent. Okay. Okay, I see what he's saying now. So I'll move him. I'm going to move him up here next to Armis.
Okay.
As well. And that's it.
Gotcha.
So that's going to end my turn.
Okay. So the wheel turns.
Spins
Get
again.
my shaking earth back.
All my stuff comes back. Get like tons of stuff back.
Okay. Great. Just great. Okay, so Armis is basically not going to attack anybody because
It would be
he
0.
has an attack 1.
But he can
and
move.
Yeah, he can move. But that's okay. I think what I'll do first is move Saxum here. And then he is going to do stun all enemies and adjacent hexes. This is going to go on 3. Cooldown 3.
Okay. So he's going to stun the 2 of them.
And she's going to attack everybody who's stunned.
Which is...
Wait. I think he... Oh, he doesn't have his charge right.
He's got nothing left.
He's going to do that. I just want to make sure I couldn't do that.
So he's going to hit...
He's going to hit
Cornubus,
who's now dead.
Who's now dead, and Cerberus. So Cornubus comes back here.
And you take 1 hit.
I take 1 hit.
And then, yeah, his shield slam is like, nope. And, yes, I guess that's it, yeah?
Okay.
So, I control this and I control that, so that's going to be 2 more.
2 more. Boom, boom.
Okay.
All right.
And now it is your turn.
My turn. So that comes off. All right. I'm going to, let's see, I've got Bloodlust. So I could hit him again. So if I take, so I could do Cornubus and he can move, but he can only move there. So if I do Bat Swarm, I can move to any adjacent unoccupied hex. It's only 1 space though, which is kind of lame. If I can bring him here with the Bat Swarm.
Okay.
And that is a
That was like a little mini bat swarm.
Well, it's adjacent. It's only adjacent. That's all he can go anyway, so it's not like he can go very far.
Right.
But he'll do his attack. He gets 0+1 per injured enemy, so that's 1 injured, so he's going to hit you for 1 more damage.
Okay.
Cornubus will take flight. And he will fly to, that's a cooldown of 4 as well, to any unoccupied hex in a catapult tower's control area that's not controlled by the enemies.
So it's going to have to be that one, yeah.
Right here. And then he'll do Nosedive, which attacks any enemy adjacent to him for 1 damage. And that's going to kill.
So it'll exile
Armis here, do 1 damage to you. And then that's it. And you also take another one for control. Because I control this tower now.
Okay.
And that's it. Your turn.
Okay.
Now the time wheel turns. Right?
Wheel turns. Yeah. So this comes off of you. I get. Can you reach me all my stuff back?
Yeah.
Thanks. So that's going to be my portal. Oh, just in time.
For what? Your stun?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
My portal to the underworld.
Was that
Lets me swap? Yeah.
Oh, let you swap with somebody.
Yeah. but I actually may need that, so we'll see. All right, so who do we have? Let's see. Nobody's hurt. Cerberus is hurt, but he's like there. Cornubus is here. My guy is there. Yeah, he's all the way back there. That's no good. It's really not good for me. So I could... interesting. All right. I really wish I could get you for those last two, but I don't think it's gonna happen at the moment. Cerberus is here. Like, I'd like to hit you for 2, but it's just not gonna happen. So I'll start by doing this. I'll start by moving Armis here. And then I will do my Portal of the Underworld. And that's a 5. And I'll swap places with him. You with me? Who's this?
That's Cornubus.
I don't know what the benefit of doing that was. Oh, actually I do. Okay. So I will then move her here. Are you with me? I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and do his defense increase. He is not in a mountain, so that's going to be a 3. That increases his defense 1.
Okay.
I'll do attack.
Which hits me for 1 damage.
Services hit you for 1.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it?
I've got control there. I don't have control here, so I hit you
get
for
1 damage. All right. So, my turn.
Yep.
I will... Let's see. So, all of these come back. Let's see. Who can we
eliminate?
Attack. 1, 2. I can't get to you, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't do any of that. I'm just out of range for anything, which is the problem. Yeah. It's like I can hit you, but I can't kill you. That's my problem. So I can hit her for 1 with Cornubus, which isn't like anything special. But I can't get anybody to her.
Right.
Because even Mortem, like if I can't walk to you.
Right. What does he just fly?
I can just move, like I can't,
yeah.
but I can't get to you to hit you. I can't move and hit at on the same round.
Right.
So there's no killing you. I can move Cerberus 1 closer, but that doesn't really do anything either. You know what I mean? So I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point, just because I only have 1 more round. And I can't get to your other side, so
yeah,
I can't kill her. So
I could, so it's my turn.
In theory, yeah. I mean,
we're gonna do this. I could theoretically just pass,
and then the game's over.
Tower.
Yeah, and I take my last damage.
So that's how that ends.
Yeah,
but close.
that's fine. Yeah, that was actually really close.
Yeah, that was Better than the last game we played as.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. That is the Bestiary.
The Bestiary
of Siglium.
Bestiary. Yes.
So there you have. You got to see two different teams. So these are the teams that the publisher wanted us to demonstrate for you.
Feature, yeah.
Yep. So definitely, I have yet to beat that team composition. So she's played that every time, and I think that's one of the more powerful teams. Which is and I say that. In that they're tough to beat with the team compositions I've been playing with.
Yeah.
And they have recommended threesomes that they have in the book. They tell you which ones to use. Now, granted, there are this many heroes to choose from, right? So
and
there's
you don't
boatloads.
have to play as a set team.
Right.
Like, it does give you recommendations, but you can draft your entire team, craft your entire team.
Yep. And there's all sorts of different characters.
And I know you're already dreaming about, like, what team could probably beat this team.
Yeah, and I think this team, that team is really
at least how I played
is really a stun locking
Yeah,
team. And I think the way you played it is the way they're meant to be played.
Yeah.
You just stun lock the other team and just beat them into submission and hold the tower.
And then alternate your defense.
Yeah. And
so it's like when you weren't stunned,
you were defended.
I was defended.
Yeah, so that's how this team plays. So you need to get a team to counter that, right? One that can do a lot of manipulation of pushing them around, messing with their cooldowns. Like there's teams that poison, for example, that actually would increase her cooldowns. And then, so I would probably pick a team with something like that. Teams that can manipulate where she is and move her to where I need her to be.
Yeah, we didn't have, I don't think your team had any ability to move people around the board.
No, this is a quick strike team.
I think mine, like Armis does, he does the charge, but you only, I think, saw it once in order to stun somebody because I couldn't move them.
This team, my team is about maneuverability, getting around the board quickly, but the problem is they're very soft. So they have low health, so they're easy to kill. And then when you die, you lose tower points, right? And castle points. So that's the thing. So there's, like we said, there's a lot of different monsters or / heroes that you can choose from, ranging from like giant golems to puppet masters to poisoners to a Grim Reaper. Like there are so many different, like some sort of, I guess it's like an angel. Yeah, the Guardian Angel, Fidea. Really, really cool. Like that one has like a heal and resurrection ability, which is really cool. Yeah. So there's a lot of different compositions you can create. There's you can do a draft at the beginning of the game where you draft your different heroes to fight each other. You can do where I think a friend Brian mentioned draft and ban, where you can actually say, okay, I'm drafting this guy, but I'm going to ban. So okay, I can say,
I'm banning this whole team.
Well, no, I think I would just ban this character.
Illisebra,
right?
It's just that she works, like her synergy with
the other
these two is really powerful.
Right, like
when you play
stun
it. Right?
If everybody gets stunned, which that team is capable of stunning the whole other team, her basic attack is just do damage to everybody who's stunned. So it's like you hit everybody for 1 damage, and when heroes only have 2, 3, 4, 5 hit points, that's massive, right? Say you had another character that buffed her attack by 1. And now she's doing 2 damage to everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Like it would be so really overpowered, right? Like there's a lot of those, but that's the kind of synergies you're trying to build.
But you know what's funny though is like on your team, right? You had an ability to debuff.
Yeah.
She's the one you want to put that on.
Right, but it's only for 1 round.
Yeah, but
I'd have to time it, but I'd be stunned that round. You have to remember, like, so we couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's the challenge here because it's about timing.
Yeah, right.
And if you can't get to the other character to do the thing you need to do, because you have to be adjacent to him to debuff.
Yeah.
So it's really about timing and strategy, right? So there's definitely some really, really solid depth in team construction, strategy, and tactical awareness on this game, right? And it's a simple game because the board is really tight. Now, you can play this with 4 players, and there is a 4-player board as well, so you can do that. And like we said, there's a ton of other heroes, and they all, I think the campaign is launching with a case. This is obviously
it's
a
more
prototype.
Acrylic or plastic.
Yeah, but there will be an acrylic plastic case to have all of the markers and tokens for each of the heroes as well. And as of now, they're all in these bases with their little hero tokens, and that's how you identify them. I have played this on the computer. I've played the PC version of this just to get a good feel of what that was comparatively.
Yeah.
And this plays just like the PC version. Like it's almost an exact port. So if you like the computer version, this is an exact port.
I like this one better.
Yeah, I like the tactile feel better. Yeah.
I think only because I'm not like a big like PC gamer, with the exception of Teamfight Tactics.
Okay.
But that's the only game I play. But I like, because for me, like on the PC, it's like the computer player goes, and it's just like, choom, 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 choom.
Yeah,
like, you don't really know what's going on. You can look, but I like the kind of tabletop presence and having like the other person sort of talk through what they're doing. You can kind of see what's going on the board.
Right.
But that's just because I like tactile stuff. So.
Yeah. So, but it's a very true port
for sure
of the PC game.
Right down to the art.
Right down to the art, like it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's definitely well done as far as getting this, creating a tabletop version of this.
Yeah.
But I think that about covers it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. So you'll find this this campaign on Gamefound.
Yep.
So go ahead, check it out. Look at all the different things they're offering, any upgrades and all that good stuff. Again, this is all prototype, obviously. But the art, again, it looks like it's from the PC version, so it's very similar. And I don't know if they had it. I don't know if there's too much changing. I wouldn't expect it because most of it looks pretty final to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks really good. But otherwise, we'll put all the details down below in the notes. And
as always, if you have any questions about our experience with it, just leave us comments below. We like to engage with you guys there.
Yeah, definitely. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't joined us on Facebook or Discord, those links are down below as well. And if you like what we're doing, come support the channel. You want us to keep putting out videos, support us on Patreon.
Yeah,
we'd
we have
love
a lot
to
of
have
fun
you.
there.
So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you.